What's up, everyone? Zane here. So, we've got major breaking news coming out of Washington today, and it's not getting nearly the attention it deserves. Within the last few hours, the US has officially launched Operation Southern Spear, a new military-led initiative aimed at targeting what the administration is calling narco-terrorists throughout the Western Hemisphere. Yeah, not drug traffickers, not cartels, narco-terrorists. That one-word change has massive consequences, and today we're breaking down exactly what it means, the strategy, the risks, the political fallout, and what this could mean for the US going forward. Let's get into it. Operation Southern Spear is being described as a multi-agency joint operation led by the Department of Defense with support from Homeland Security, the DEA, and intelligence agencies. The stated goal? To disrupt, dismantle, and neutralize foreign criminal organizations that are fueling fentanyl, cocaine, and synthetic drug pipelines into the US. The administration is framing this as a national security level threat, not just a criminal matter. And that distinction matters, because once something is labeled terrorism, it opens the door to expanded political, military, and surveillance powers. This isn't some small-scale initiative. Officials are calling it the largest coordinated US hemispheric security operation in 2 decades. So why is the US rolling this out today? Over the last year, fentanyl deaths have surged, border crossings hit record highs, and several high-profile cartel-related violence incidents have shaken public confidence. Polls show that Americans are increasingly viewing cartels the same way they once viewed ISIS, as foreign groups threatening US stability. And politically, labeling these groups narco-terrorists gives the administration a pathway to look tough on crime, tough on borders, and tough on international threats, all at once. It's a bold, headline-grabbing move at a moment when the government is under pressure to deliver results. This is the part most people don't realize. When the US labels an organization as terrorist, it triggers expanded military authority, sanctions and asset freezes, permission for cross-border operations in some cases. International law shifts that pressure foreign governments to cooperate, broader surveillance and intelligence tools. Critics are already warning that this could slide into legally hazy territory, especially if US forces operate outside the country. On the flip side, supporters argue that cartels already operate like terrorist groups, with mass violence, assassinations, kidnappings, and direct threats to civilians. So the debate is heating up fast. Here's what we might see in the coming weeks. US assets moving into the Caribbean and Latin America. Think surveillance aircraft, naval deployments, and joint operations with partner nations. We will see financial warfare, the cutting off cartel-linked banks, businesses, and shell companies. Intelligence sharing with other countries. Expect deeper US cooperation with Mexico, Colombia, and others, though politics there could complicate things quickly. And domestic crackdowns, which include more raids, more seizures, more arrests, especially tied to fentanyl synthetic drug supply chains. If this ramps up the way officials are signaling, it could reshape US security policy for the next decade. Within minutes of the announcement, critics across the political spectrum raised concerns. Potential military escalation, civil liberties concerns, and diplomatic tensions. On the other hand, supporters say this is long overdue. Cartels are destabilizing entire regions, killing US citizens, and poisoning communities. Both sides are gearing up for a political showdown. Here's what to watch in the next 72 hours. Which groups will be officially designated as narco-terrorist organizations? Will Mexico cooperate or push back? How far will US military involvement actually go? How will Congress react, especially during budget negotiations? This isn't a one-day story. This is the beginning of a major shift in US hemispheric policy. This is only going to get bigger from here, and I'll be following every update. What do you think? Is Operation Southern Spear a necessary response to a growing threat, or a step toward dangerous escalation? Drop your thoughts below. I'm Zane, and I'll see you in the next one.